Hi everyone, my name is Paul. Thank you for joining me for the second video in this series with regards to my case against the City of Dearborn in front of Judge Eugene Hunt. In this video, I'm going to discuss some details in regards to the background information that led to the necessity to file my case against the City of Dearborn. A number of years ago, a cave-in developed on the street in front of my property. In July of 2015, I contacted the city in order to inform them of the cave-in. According to the city, they sent out a worker who scoped or put a camera inside the sewer in order to determine what the cause of the problem was. After approximately 1 year with no work being done on the problem, I contacted the city again. In May of 2016, the city sent out another worker. This time I talked to him and he informed me that he applied a patch to the cave-in site and he would see how that lasted. Approximately 1 more year went by before I received a letter in April of 2017 from the city engineer of the City of Dearborn, Mr. Yunus Patel. Mr. Patel at that time informed me that there was a cave-in at my property and that he considered it dangerous. Now I'm going to quote and paraphrase some of the content from the 2-page letter from the city engineer. The cave-in could be due to a failed private sewer, and the city is not responsible for private sewers. The city is only responsible for the sewer constructed by the city. Private sewers in the City of Dearborn include the sewer from the house up to and including the connection to the city sewer. If I know that the failure is 100% my responsibility and I would like to privately arrange for the repair, I would have to do that within 10 days because this was considered hazardous. After 10 days, the city will excavate, determine the cause of the failure, and repair it. Responsibility and costs will be assessed in accordance with city policy, and if responsibility and costs are mine, then a bill will be sent. Also, if multiple addresses were informed of this, now I'm not sure how I would know that, but if they were, then the cave-in could be caused by any of the private sewers. Now the letter goes on to suggest the following. If no party knows of or is having sewer problems, let the 10 days expire and the city will dig, inspect, and repair the problem and determine responsibility. Obviously, this is a lot to take in for someone who doesn't understand private versus public sewers or sewer systems at all, and also it's pretty scary considering I had no idea what this could cost. I emailed and called the city and I was able to confirm what the cost would be if I was considered 100% responsible for the cause of the cave-in. This last part is important because that is what the letter indicates, that the cost would be attributed based on responsibility for the cave-in. Based on their letter and recommendation, I let the 10 days expire. On May 9th, 2017, approximately 1 month after the date of their letter, they did the work. Here I'll put some pictures up showing them doing some of the work. During the repair, I spoke with the City of Dearborn official who was supervising at the time. He informed me that he found a problem with my private sewer lateral and that this caused the cave-in. Now, I had no reason to doubt this man, nor enough knowledge to question him. Based on what he was saying, I was on the hook for the fee. The private sewer lateral is the sewer that comes from the main sewer in the street to the house sewer. And this is what the City of Dearborn official was indicating had failed. It's interesting to note, however, that after doing some research following this, the EPA estimates that 80% of all private sewer laterals in the United States are failed. So being informed that my private sewer lateral had failed should not be surprising. Here you're seeing a document that references that EPA statistic. It's important to remind the viewer here that the city's letter to me assured me that I would be charged if I was responsible for the cause of the cave-in. The question for billing is not if there was damage to my private sewer. The question is if the supervisor was correct when he indicated that the private sewer caused the cave-in. I received an answer to this question on May the 15th, less than 6 days following their repair. Within those 6 days, the exact same location of the cave-in started caving in again, and there was water coming up to the surface of the street. On that day, the city had to come back and do another repair. The cause? Apparently one of my neighbor's water pipes. Since the repair to my neighbor's pipes, there's been no further issue with the cave-in. Nevertheless, this certainly calls into question my responsibility for this. If billing was assured to be done based on responsibility for the cave-in, and fixing my sewer did not fix the cave-in, obviously because it started caving in again, then how can I be responsible, or at least 100% responsible, for the cause? I can't. Nevertheless, I received a bill from the city as if I had been 100% responsible for the cave-in. I explained my logic to the city. I sent them letters, emails, and photos, but the city wouldn't budge. It was after this voicemail from the city employee that caused me to begin legal action. I'm going to end this episode here, letting you listen to this voicemail. Have a listen and decide for yourself if this voicemail would convince you to drop it. On the next episode, I'll discuss pretrial and, if I have time, discovery. I hope you'll join me. Thank you.
Well, Paul, this is City of Dearborn Engineering Division. I had a chance to show the pictures that she submitted as well as the description about your situation with the sewer to the city engineer, Mr. Yunus Patel. And we're of the position that the water main or the water issue with the water connection issue with the neighbor's property and that of the sewer lead connection with respect to your property, even though it appears as though they might be related in terms of the timing as to what work was done, Mr. Patel is of the position that the water leaking at any point during the course of the repair, before or even after, is not related to the condition of your sewer lead. So if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call.